Just like that, we're live. Hey, everybody, I know it's super late. I've been messing around with trying to see what times, you can touch people. And it's a fun process to figure out how you can get the most reach. Big piece is I want to make sure this message is really coming across. We're getting ready to enter probably a deep financial recession for what will be about a year. I mean, we're already in a technical recession. And the last recession really taught me a lot about money and wealth, and a lot has happened since that one in 2008. And I know there are people who were kids at that time, or maybe they were 18. I remember in 2001, when I was coming out of college, you were just trying to make it all work. And here we were, and we were in, they were calling it the Y2K. Then we rolled into 9/11. And I'm telling you, I didn't know a lot about money. I knew, hey, get on the track, get on doing the whole 30-year, retire someday piece. But nobody that around me who surrounded me really taught me about money. And I didn't even know to seek out the information, didn't know where to seek out the information. So we're doing a series called Wealth Building Wednesdays. I'm Chris Willa Williams. I'm a real estate agent in Metro Atlanta with the Go Getter team. I am not a financial advisor. I'm really just trying to speak to you from what I've learned. Today I'm in my home office. Obviously it's late. It's been a busy day today, raining a lot today in Metro Atlanta where I'm located. Today what I want to cover, if you know anything, if you've been listening at all, we did the cycle of wealth and the 5 points on wealth, right? Earn money, keep money, grow money, protect money, and then give money. There's 5 pieces in the circle of wealth. Today I want to talk about something that's different than money, right? Because wealth is not just about money. I mean, we can say health is wealth, and that's a big piece, because if you got money and you don't have health, what really do you have, right? But another big piece, another thing to think about is resources. One of the things that happened to me when I moved to Metro Atlanta, it became apparently clear that I knew no one. I got into real estate. I came here and I got into real estate a year and a half later. Smart decision in some ways, not so smart decision in other ways. And it became apparently clear that the people who started businesses who also had the ability to, or had at least a base of people that they knew, it was a lot easier for them to get started. In some ways that was good for me, because it forced me to get out of my comfort zone and really grind to build a network of people. And the funny thing about building a network of people was I built my network based on the people that I was comfortable with to begin with. But over time, what I had to realize was the people I was comfortable with at that time, being 26-year-old African-American male in Metro Atlanta, weren't a lot of people who had money, right? It was my peer group. It was people I was comfortable with. So in order to get the other information, and I found this again after the recession in 2008 and 2009, that I needed to get out of my comfort zone and really build a network of individuals who I could learn from, but also that I could contribute to. Because you never want a one-way relationship. You always want to try to give what you can. And of course, the hope here is that you'll also learn and grow. So many of us grow up in a lifestyle where we only spend a time with people that we're comfortable with, that we grew up around, that look like us, that think like us, that share the same politics as us. One of the best pieces of advice that I got early on when I was in corporate America, I had a mentor, Rich, and Rich said to me, hey, you always want to have a mentor that's like you and one that's not like you, right? Because they see things from another angle, and you really need to have that other angle to cover some of your blind spots. So when I talk about resources is not just financial resources, but it's also a little bit of who you know. So a big piece about building wealth is having people in your life that give you more information than what you had before. Every day or every week, at least, I learn some new piece of information about building wealth, about obtaining income, about growing, protecting, giving, all those things in the cycle that we talked about in previous episodes of Wealth Building Wednesday. And so this one's really short because it's late, and I know it's only probably a few of you that are going to be on here, and hopefully a lot more will watch it. But today's episode is really just a cue up to remind you the importance of accumulating resources. Money is a resource. It's a financial money. It's a means of exchange. It's a means of trade. And, a lot of people learn how to store wealth, and then again, how to pass it on. Money is one of those things. The other thing that is super duper valuable, is the resources of people. The resources of people is so underestimated because you can have a lot of money and not know people and not know what to do with the money, not have anywhere for the money to flow, not be able to grow the money, not be able to protect the money. But when you know people, people give you ideas, people introduce you to different thoughts that you didn't have before, people introduce you to opportunities, right? The thing about it is there are a bunch of people out there who are young, who are bright, who have opportunities, and they don't have any money. But knowing the right people who can help you by investing, mentoring you, guiding you along the way is really huge. So today's episode is really to remind you of the importance and the wealth of building great resources. And resources in this episode, we're talking in terms of people, right? Have you ever wanted to go out and somebody had the hookup at the club, right? And you can get into the club or get a booth or get whatever it is. And you didn't do that with money. You did that with the hookup, right? Those same kinds of things happen in business. The biggest piece that I tell people about opportunity is if nobody knows who you are, they can't give you new opportunities. A lot of people complain about politicians or business leaders, hiring the people that they know. Well, they hire the people that they know because they're a known quantity. Those people are around them. Those people are people that they see as beneficial and a resource. So you want to make sure as you move forward, you do two things. One, you build your network of people, your resources in terms of people. And two, you become more resourceful, right? You want to make sure that people see you as a person who brings resources, a person who's a value add, who brings great things to their business or to their lives. Sometimes it's not always their business. Sometimes people need help with their lives. Sometimes it's, some people need advice about something, whether it's a relationship, an investment, whatever. So you want to make sure you build a network of people that can become your resources, that can help you if you need it. And also you want to make sure you're able to help them. And if where you stand right now, you're like, I don't know how I can help those people, that's a cue to you that you need to start looking for the ways that you can be a resource to other people. I truly believe in making deposits before you make withdrawals. And in order to make deposits, you got to find a way to earn the ability to deposit. I'm Chris Willa Williams. I'm with the Go Getter team, Metro Atlanta Real Estate. I'm not a financial advisor, but we will talk about concepts that I've had to learn. And when it comes to getting more specific about some of these things in the future on some of our short episodes, we're going to invite some guests who are going to talk specifically about certain mechanisms that allow you to build wealth, whether it be financial wealth or resources like we're talking. And sometimes even, we might even talk about health because there's a lot of information out there. Health can really rob you. That's one of the ways that you have to protect wealth. You have to be able to stay healthy, right? So I look forward to seeing some of you on a future episode. Thank you so much for attending. And until next Wednesday, make sure you are following the cycle of wealth.